Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, the emphasis for this video is going to be you are safe now. I honestly was going to record today. I didn't really have a topic in mind, or I had a couple of topics that I wanted to talk about, but I just saw this reel that someone posted. I'll leave her name in the comments or in the description, but she basically was just saying that if you are tired of feeling negative emotions like fear, anxiety, doubt, all of that, that the way through them is to feel them, allow them to come up and to feel them, and then to recognize the thoughts that are popping up, but not to identify them, right? Because there's a difference between observing the thoughts and then identifying with the thoughts. So feel the emotions, recognize the thoughts that are coming up without identifying with them. So observing the thoughts, and then allowing yourself to feel something different or telling yourself a new story. And this is relevant to me right now. Obviously, this is relevant to a lot of people, I think, who are going through their own personal development journey or just going through life in general. And I mentioned this a little bit in my last video, but I wanted to talk about it again too, which is expansion fear. And I just had a moment today where something happened where, okay, I guess I'll go through it since we're just, it's just me and you and we're talking about it. But I woke up today, I set the intention yesterday that I was going to go out and go to a coffee shop. Like, I was just like, I'm going to go to a coffee shop, bring my laptop, bring my books. I'm going to journal. I'm going to bring some magazines, maybe do some vision boarding. And I had all my stuff. I was ready to go. I put on my makeup. I was dressed and I was ready to go. And when it got time to leave or time to call the ride, I just froze up and I had all these emotions come up. I was like, oh, well, the Uber's too expensive. And when I get there, like, what if this and what if that? And what if there's nowhere to sit? And what if I don't, da, 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 and do I even like my outfit? And it's just like, as soon as I was about to take a step forward and do something different from what I normally do, even if it does seem small, like going outside, going to a coffee shop, whatever, that expansion fear kicked in and the feeling of not feeling safe kicked in, to where my nervous system and my thoughts were convincing me. And it sounds so weird to say this in third person or whatever person it is when you're like observing it after the fact, but my nervous system and my thoughts kicked in so that I would retreat and not feel safe and think of all these excuses as to why I can't go and why I shouldn't go and why I should save money and stay here and this and that or the other, even though it's something that I want to do. I still want to do it. So I just think that it's really interesting because you'll find yourself as you go through your journey in these moments of like hyper awareness, like you understand what's happening in the moment. And in that very moment, it's like you decide to do what you've always done, which is to retreat or lash out or get upset or get angry or get sad or, whatever it is that you do whenever you are faced with situations in which you can change. Or you can take the opposite route and you can push through that fear and do it anyway. And I talk about it all the time. I'm like, push through the fear, do it anyway. You have to step outside your comfort zone and don't listen to your thoughts. And, and it's just like, I still have these moments, even with small things. Like, I still have these moments where I'm just like, I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? And there's really nothing to be scared about. Like, worst case, there is no worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to the coffee shop to get work done or to read or to journal or to, make a vision board. Like, there was no worst case scenario with that situation. I guess other than spending money, but I'm working on being more abundant, because if I have the belief that money will always come back to me tenfold, or that I will always find a way, I will always be okay, there should be no reason why I'm scared to spend money. Or let's take it outside of finances even. If I have the belief that I know that I'm going to be successful and I know that I'm going to make a difference in others' lives or in my own life or my family's life, then there should be no fear when I'm taking steps forward or trying to try new business ventures or trying new ideas, thinking about new things. There should be no fear attached to that. And so, again, it's just interesting because what I'm finding is that when I get faced with these moments now, I'm just like super aware of everything. So that's the moment that I had today. And even now, I'm supposed to be like meeting up with somebody and going on a date. And I've changed the times and I've tried canceling. And it's like, I see it now. Like, I see what I'm doing to myself. And it's just like clear as day. And so I'm about to change my outfit, get dressed, go on the date. But it's just so funny because, I talk about these things and I preach about these things, and it might seem like from a certain perspective that I like already have it figured out or I've already gone through it, but it's like, there's so many different levels. Like, you might get over something one day and then you might get triggered by the same thing that you got over, but in a completely different way. And now you have to face it once again, or you have to be honest with yourself and say, okay, did I really overcome this hurdle? Or like, did I actually, release all of this emotion regarding this certain thing or this certain negative belief that I have about myself? Or did I only do it for that situation in that scenario? And it's like, you have to constantly improve and constantly grow. And it's a beautiful thing. And so that's just the message that I want to talk about today, because, I was filming my videos and I'm just going on Instagram and seeing certain things and just constantly seeing reminders about, why you have to keep pushing forward, why you have to feel the fear and do it anyway, why you have to trust that the decisions that you're making and the things that you want to do are actually good for you, and that they're actually going to help you in the long run. And there's another reel that I watched too. I promise I don't get all my information and ideas and thoughts just from Instagram reels, but when you're scrolling on it, you do see different educational things or inspirational things. But there was also this guy, his handle is Higher Up Wellness, and he was just talking about exposure therapy. He's like, if you were scared or if you are nervous about something, like the number one way to get through that would be exposure therapy. Like, you have to expose yourself to the things that you're nervous about and that you're scared of in order to get through it, in order to move past it. And it's so true. It's honestly so true. And I will say too, every time that I've gone out on a limb or that I've taken myself out of my comfort zone or that I pushed past the fear and I tried something new, it has paid off every single time, especially recently with the life changes that I'm experiencing right now. So this is just an accountability video, I guess, for me and for you too, if you're going through some of the same feelings and the same emotions, and if you want to also face your fears and do it anyway and move past this box that you've been keeping yourself in and this prison that you've, been self-inflicting on yourself. It's just a reminder, there's so much more to life than the problems that we have and the things that we're going through and the negative thoughts and experiences that we think about constantly or that keep us up or that worry us. It's there's so many different things that we can think about and that we can do. And I can't say I'm excited. I was about to say I'm excited to get through it, but that's a lie. I'm not excited. I actually would, I guess, in a sense, prefer to be in my comfort zone, but I just know that good things are going to come out of this and that I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to breathe and I'm going to get through it. I'm going to, sit in the feelings. It's uncomfortable. It really is uncomfortable to sit in these negative emotions or these feelings that you have been pushing off for weeks and months and years and years and years. But once you get through it, you're just okay, I didn't die. No one around me died. I'm okay. I didn't get hurt. And that's really what your body is trying to tell you too. And I won't go on too long of a tangent, but this is my last point. Every time that you do something that you say that you're going to do, every time that you push through a fear or push through a limiting belief, you are literally proving and showing yourself that you are capable and that you can do it. And that's all that your body wants. Your body is just trying to prove to you, when it has these anxious feelings or these thoughts that are running rampant, it's just trying to tell you and alert you that you are holding on to something that you don't need to hold on to anymore. And so another perspective shift that we can make too is that my body, or my mind, there's nothing wrong with me. There's just something that I need to put my attention to, or something that I need to release, or something that I need to be aware of, something that I need to recognize within myself, so then I can take the appropriate action, whether that action is to process it or whether that action is to let go, whether the action is to release it or to replace it with something new or to address it. Whatever you need to do, your body is trying to tell you to do that. So I'm going to take my own advice. I'm about to get up. I'm about to go change and I'm going to go out. I'm going to connect with somebody. If the date goes well, it'll be perfect. If not, I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? So just always remember that your mind is a powerful tool, and that where you expect to be and what you expect to happen is probably where you're going to be and what's going to happen. So just work on that awareness of recognizing when your mind is going into disaster mode and when you're trying to prevent yourself from stepping outside of your comfort zone or stepping outside of an area where you feel safe. It's natural, it's normal, it's going to happen, but don't stay there. Keep going forward. Get up and still move and take steps towards the things that you're trying to take steps towards, okay? So that's all I wanted to say, you guys. Please send me good energy. I could definitely use it. I'm sending good energy to you as well. I know that, people have said this many, many times. I'm not the first person to say stuff like this. I'm not going to be the last, but like I've said before, sometimes I feel like you need to hear certain things in a certain way at a certain time from a certain person. in order for it to click. So this is what's clicking for me right now. I hope it clicks for you guys too. Let me know what you think about the video. Make sure that you like, you comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one, okay? Bye.